Okay, hello everybody. It's been a long time since I've made an actual put effort into it quality video. So first of all, I am settling in at my new place with my husband very nicely, and things are coming together. Welcome to my new video backdrop. So I'm going to be doing my videos here when I do my call-in show and general information talking head type videos. Don't worry, when I'm doing my reviews, I will have a plain background so that you can see the details a little bit more clearly. For those of you who are on Patreon and some of my other social media, and you saw a couple of weeks ago, I had a really nice shadow box display here with one of my most expensive corsets. Well, that didn't last very long now, did it? So note to self, and note to anybody else who want to display some of their corsets that they wear infrequently, nail everything down. But the main reason that I wanted to make a video today was because my book, Solaced, is finally out in paperback. It's actually been out for about a week and a half now, but I wanted to wait and make sure that it was available in all of the international marketplaces on Amazon, so that wherever you are in the world, whether you're in Japan, Australia, Canada, Germany, France, US, it would be available for purchase, and that took a little bit of time. So if you are looking for the quick stats, this is 418 pages. If you saw my last video, I said that it was 422, but I didn't like some of the stories ending with a ton of white space, so I went back and tweaked them so that the lines kind of ended at a good spot, and it saved a little bit of paper. Also saves a little bit on shipping because it's less heavy, but it is a very hefty book, as you can see here. But it is an easy read because it is 101 stories. Actually, technically it's 110 if you count the introduction, which is my personal story with therapeutic corsetry, as well as the several newspaper clippings from the Victorian and Edwardian eras. For the most part, most of this book has stayed the same from the 2016 edition, except for the fact that two of the stories had been swapped out, and I also had it re-edited. 2 copy editors, 5 beta readers, several proofreaders, as well as sensitivity reading. So if any of you are not familiar with what a sensitivity reading is, it is basically updating the terminology when it comes to any type of intersectionality, like disability, gender identity, race and ethnicity. If any of those terminologies, or if the diagnoses or specific terms of different types of disorders have been updated in the last 5 years, then this book is updated as well. So that is done. As well as a couple of the contributors wanted to update some details of their story since 2016, so I have allowed them to do that, as long as it didn't, run the story, several pages more. I wanted to keep this more or less the same length as the original. Now, the 2 swapped out stories are absolutely amazing. One deals with corsets post-surgical recovery when it came to one person having their lung removed from cancer, and the second one is another person who was diagnosed with a Chagas type disease. Now, if you're not familiar with Chagas, it is spread by a certain type of bug that transmits a protozoan into your bloodstream and causes lifelong problems with cardiomegaly, which is an enlarged heart, and circulation problems, as well as megacolon. It causes your intestines to grow out of control. And so one person uses the corset to help with both of those situations, just dealing with the symptoms, so that they can prolong the necessary surgery. I was really excited to include those in this book because both of their stories are just so unique and touch on using a corset in a completely different way than even I had thought of. And I'm running out of breath because I'm just far too excited. But it is still 21 chapters long. And you can see some of the chapters here: fibromyalgia, gastrointestinal disorders, for instance, corsetry and stroke rehabilitation, corsets for orthostatic hypotension, corsets for idiopathic intracranial hypertension, pregnancy and postpartum, mental health like anxiety and depression, armor where the corset had protected people in car accidents or against muggers, for instance. Do note that I do not recommend that people actually go out and use a corset to protect themselves deliberately, like as a bulletproof vest or as like a knife-proof vest or anything like that. But these are just people who happen to get lucky on the day that they were wearing a corset. One of the largest chapters is on body positivity. Coming to love your own body, whatever shape that may be. There's a chapter on dysmenorrhea, which is painful periods, and endometriosis, and PTSD. A chapter on mature people corseting, so people who are corseting after menopause, for instance, if they have certain considerations like osteoporosis, how they deal with that, how the corset might help with that versus not. Newspaper clippings, there's a lot here. And as you may have noted by now, the cover is extremely glossy, so my apologies if I have been blinding you for half of this video. But yes, if you want to check out this book, I will put some links down below, depending on what country you're in, where you can get it. So it is available. It is able to be delivered before Christmas, before December 25th, if that is a concern for some of you, because this is print on demand at many different printing houses across the world, and you can have it shipped to you within 2 days. So yeah, I'll put some links below for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to get back to you. If I get a ton of questions, I might even do a follow-up video because I am really excited that this is finally out. This has been a very long, almost 6-year journey. So I promised you guys, I promised that you would have a paperback eventually, and I am so happy to be able to finally deliver on that. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for all your support. This community has been so amazing over the past decade, really, that I've been making videos, and I hope to see more of you all in the new year. So I'm just going to put this back over here, and I wish you all a very happy, healthy, and safe holiday season, and I am so excited to touch base with you again in the new year. Bye.